Hey everybody, Stephen here with Proverbs Guys Ministry. Brett Keane has the most underrated testimony on all of social media, on all of YouTube, and I have reasons for believing that. It's not just because Brett is a friend of mine, although he is. I consider Brett a friend. He's treated as if he is the black sheep in the Christian faith. I talk to Brett all the time about his language. You know, I struggle occasionally with using words I shouldn't use also, but Brett does it so freely, it even makes me blush. Christians shy away from him. They won't promote his content. You know, when Brett is doing these types of shows, it would be very helpful if Christians would go on and support him. You know, we often go through Brett's channel and maybe we see that he's got several atheists on there and they're cussing up a storm. When I was new on YouTube, Brett Keane took me under his wing. Brett Keane showed me the ropes of YouTube. You know, I was very naive and I was overly trusting, and Brett even taught me some valuable lessons about not trusting people you meet on social media. You know, Brett was a godsend. Brett had an encounter with the saving power of the Holy Spirit, and he met his maker. Brett Keane found Jesus. His arguments were, I hate to say, very good. They were very wrong, but they were very good. Brett Keane is wired in a much different way, a lot like myself. I challenge you to support Brett Keane. You know, besides Smokey Saint and TTOR and myself and Praise the I Am and a couple handfuls of others, Brett gets virtually no support from the Christian community. I think his content is amazing. I think he has the voice of a YouTube angel. And I think Brett is one of the minor heroes in the faith because of his testimony, because he went from full popularity and full support in making a fortune on YouTube with the atheists to being slandered, lied about, harassed constantly. So, my call for Christians is to help him wherever we can. If it wasn't for Brett Keane, Proverbs Guys Ministries would not be anything today. Now, what we're doing on YouTube is not to be right, but it's out of love. And in many ways, Brett Keane is better at showing that love than a lot of Christians. Help his channel grow. Help support his content. Go through and find one video or one short on his channel. Share it. The atheists are going to keep taking him down because they realize that he's an underutilized testimony. He doesn't have the reach he used to have because his channel's always under attack. And he needs our support. In all accounts, Brett should have our support. He should have had it a long time ago. So do me a favor, don't like this video, don't share this video, but go over to Brett's channel, find a short and share it. Find a short video and share it.
I have a new host on my show, Stephen Bolin. He is one of the most committed, loyal, kind Christians I have ever met. He's just a really, really excellent guy. And he used to be very, very close with Kent Hovind, and he did everything he could to bend over backwards to give, and be there for Kent and do whatever it took to be able to impact.
Hey everybody, Proverbs Guy here. This is going to be a quick message for anyone who was reviewing my channel today and maybe you saw some things out of place, like all the descriptions in my videos that had been changed to I am a very eager bottom, as well as all of my channel tags were changed to fart and fart sniffer. And I know who did this. It was Brett Keane. So I started distancing myself from Brett, and he reacted in a stereotypical Brett Keane way, in a way that I've been warned by atheists and believers alike that he will do if you get on his bad side. He decided to be a man child. I had set him as a manager on my YouTube channel. However, yesterday, when I did not go on his live stream, he decided to retaliate. And I woke up this morning, and on every piece of content I had ever posted on this YouTube channel, all of the descriptions were set to I am an eager bottom. And in case you're not aware, I just want you guys to know what type of person Brett Keane is. Uh, it is a homosexual term that you're very eager to be a homosexual. So that was on the description of every one of my videos this morning. I had to go through, changed every single description of every single video from I am an eager bottom to my regular Proverbs 27:17 YouTube channel description. But then Brett decided that since being a pervert and a disgusting example of how a true Christian should act, he was going to go even a step further than that because, you know, if you're being petty, why not go all the way and be full on petty? So not only did Brett do that, but he changed all my channel tags to fart and fart sniffer. So I had to go through. That took me another hour plus of my day. When I could have been using that time to witness to people or winning souls, Brett Keane thought that it would be adult and appropriate for a believer to attack another believer in such a horrific, disgusting, abominable way. So I want to just say, shame on you, Brett Keane. You should be ashamed for what you did. You know what you did. You can play dumb all you want, but the facts won't change the facts that you are a perverted man. You really let me down. I have serious reservations about Brett Keane's salvation now because in all my life I have never known a believer to sink to that level and post something so horrid and so disgusting. But Brett Keane did. But I will say this, Brett, if you can do what you did to me and still look in a mirror and not feel like you have disappointed the Holy Spirit, not feel like you have violated Christ's trust by him putting his name on you, then you've got serious mental debilitating issues, Brett Keane. I had to pretty much beg Kent Hovind to try to disciple you and support you. And I want to apologize to Kent Hovind because I was wrong. You have stabbed every believer in the back who has ever tried to help you. You have stabbed every atheist in the back who has ever tried to help you. The way Brett Keane violated me today, it's just, I'll be honest with you guys, it's taken all the wind out of my sails. The fart sniffing comments were not from me. I am sincerely apologetic about that. We're supposed to be an evolved people. We're also identifying as believers, and we're going to these kind of disgusting lengths. It's sad. So what I want to do with this video is, one, encourage Brett to keep going. I think his content is amazing. I think he has the voice of a YouTube angel. And I think Brett is one of the minor heroes in the faith because of his testimony. Find one video or one short on his channel, share it,